Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Pineleaf and Gondor, and I have arrived here at Thrym's camp with the Rohirrim. And let's see, Thrym Redbeard, how have you been doing, and how's Wildemore?
We have been through much.
Pineleaf, what adventures have brought you to join this assemblage? I have been here with one Arad, but it is composed of the fiercest warriors in all of Rohan. I stake my honor upon it. We have been through much to come to this company. We received the call of the weapon take on the night of March 11th, and I began to gather what men I could. 2 Aoreds of Wildemore's most skilled riders. At dawn, I led these men east of to the wold, but I did not know the danger was so near. Under cover of darkness, orcs and Easterlings had crossed the river at the Undeeps. They overwhelmed the watchers of Stangard and crossed into the wold. The enemy assailed Harwick, but Aldor Harding had already gone to the weapon take. His son, Leodwig, remained in the city and saw that all would soon be lost. That is when my Aoreds charged right into the flank of the enemy. Our fortunes did not hold, and we were soon routed. The city was now afire. Leodwig rode forth and fought valiantly, but he was grievously wounded. We withdrew to the defensible position on the hilltop. It was to be the location of our last stand. Early on the morning of the 12th, as the enemy prepared to climb the hill and put an end to us, one of our scouts reported hearing and sighting sounds of the wind. It was the rustling of branches, thousands of them, and it rushed down from Wildemore in great flood and sound. Behind the great sound came the trees, dozens of trees of every variety, and among them strode great shepherds. At first I thought these were devils of Nirzum's kind, but it was not so. They were led by a strange fellow by the name of Leaflock, and he spoke in halting fashion of many unfathomable mysteries, some of which I am still not quite unraveled. Yes, there will be time for determining the meaning behind his words later, if we survive this war ahead of us. He did not consider himself or his people warriors, but I can tell you they became terror on all the battlefield. The enemy will not come back to the wold. There was only one Aored left to me after this battle. We rode in haste to the Entwade to change our horses. We passed Aldburg at dusk, but did not stop. Upon reaching Beaconwatch, we had to stop to rest, and learned there that Theoden camped in Freyren Wood for the night before. At the dawn of the 13th, with our horses refreshed, we crossed the Mering stream and rode hard through the Beacon Hills. We were so close, but not yet close enough. We were beset by orcs and Varegs near Amandin. We broke through the lines of the Varegs, but they did not pursue us. I think now I know the reason. They knew the road ahead would be held against us. In the darkness of night, we came to the western flank of the encampment in the Druidon, and were nearly turned into pincushions by Grimbolt's sentries. At the last moment, one of the archers recognized me by the spectre of my beard, crimson in the guttering light of the single torch that was allowed. Can you imagine what Kuenberg will say if this great tale of mine, of riding more than 500 miles in 3 days to the aid of my king, ended with me and my men put to the ground by our unsworn brothers? I can imagine what she would say, and it makes my heart hurt more than any other of Nirzum's tantrums. And that is the tale, Pineleaf. We have ridden hard and through battle to stand with Theoden King, onward to the triumphant glory. I have spoken already to Harding and given him news of his son, but you should speak with him also. He is in the northeastern reaches of the encampment. Northeastern reaches of the encampment. Alright, well, I'll see if I can find Alder Harding as soon as I find a way out of this camp. Here we are. Onward and outward. Oh. Let's see. How about up here? Up here? I think. Looks like somebody came this way and it wasn't the. Oh, yeah, I see tents ahead. This looks promising. It's quite promising. No Alder Harding here. Let's see, up here. More, deeper and deeper. Oh, he's down there. Ah. Did all that climbing for naught. Oh, let's see if I can get down here. Alright, well. Whew. Didn't even twitch an ankle. Alright, now let's see if I can find him. Hello, my lord.
You have joined the ride as well, I see.
Should we get to Minas Tirith in time, there will be quite a battle. But it is not certain that we will, for there are some trouble ahead in the road. Yes. And I just spoke with Thrym about his journey from Wildemore. Ah, then you must have heard of my son, Leodwig, led the defense of Harwick against the creeping orcs of Easterlings. My heart swells to hear the Red-Beard speak of my son's charge from the city. He will bear his wounds proudly, and if my own road is to end in the battles to come, I will know that the wold will be in capable hands. I did not think my boy would have the ability to lead men to battle indeed. I sent him to investigate Wildemore in part because I thought he would not handle the dangers pressing from the east. But I am pleased to have been wrong. Sons have a way of growing up and becoming men, I suppose. Speak to Ingbert of Ventwarch Vale, if you doubt me. Yes, he told me that his own son, Horn, has experienced a similar transformation. Egeberg's tents are to the west of here. Oh, that must mean that Horn is somewhere around. Those. Oh, yeah. That's going to be a lot harder to get up than it was to get down, that's for sure. Let's see. Well, hopefully Horn is up there somewhere. I strongly doubt he brought Nona with him. I think that would be... Well, I don't think even he would bring Nona here. Yes. Alright, let's... How am I to get up here? Whoops! Well, I'm going to have to find some way around here. Oh, I think I found a path. I hope I found a path. Hey! I think I found it. Assuming... Oh. Oh, I still need to get up there. Excuse me. No way up. Actually, didn't I get up here before? I know I got up there before. I remember getting up there before. Surely I got up there before. Hey. Well, I thought I had gotten up there before. And then... Well, I am going to somehow find a way up there and speak with Ingbert, speak with Horn probably. And, oh, hold on. I think I found it. Yeah, right. Okay. Ah, good. Hello there, my lord.
My son Horn has come to his senses at last.
Ah, there's a familiar face, though it has been long ago and many miles from where I last saw you. Pineleaf the Warden. Yes, I am delighted to tell you that my son Horn has come to his senses at last. Has had a welcome change of heart and ridden with the company, as he should. And most welcome of all, he has left that wild woman behind. Whew. Yeah. Alright, I had a feeling he must have left her behind. Well. Alright. Oh, thanks for the earring.
War is calling. Finally, my son will prove he is a man of Rohan.
Yes, nay, it is true. My son has finally shown some sense, and he has chosen to leave the foolish loves of the youth behind him. He will do his duty as I, his father, command, and as his king requires. War is coming. And finally, my son will prove he is a man of Rohan and worthy of my bloodline. Would that he had realized it sooner. I might have been spared much frustration. You do not believe that Horn has chosen so? Well, ask him yourself, and you will see. So, Horn is some... Ah! Hello, Horn. How are you doing? This accursed darkness has cast a pall upon my heart, Pineleaf. But it is brightened somewhat, but see you again, yes. Much has happened since we parted. Is Corden with you? Call him over and I will tell you the tale, for he has to hear it as well. Oh, yeah, well, I haven't seen Corden in a while. Yeah. And not since the forces of Saruman fell at Helm's Deep. Right, yes, I am sure he is fine, wherever he has gone. I do not believe he will fall prey to Saruman's evil so easily, or so quickly. That will be no trace of him should lighten my worry, not increase it. Yes, it seems... Yeah... It seems that he's trying to convince himself more than me. Well, anyway, note that I did not find the Falcon Clan raiding party Pineleaf. Actually, we sort of took care of them for you. Yes, so don't worry about them. Well, good. Yeah, indeed, I think now that she did not really intend to search for Lou Brennan anyway. Her plan was to serve us as a ruse. I blame her not for her that, of course, but I confess that when the shape of her mind became clear, I did speak a little harshly. Yes, she wanted to get me alone to tell me to abandon Rohan. She wanted us to find a place where we might live free from the demands of the kings and wizards. If the forces of evil triumph, let us face them together. Not for kingdom or for bloodlines, but for ourselves. That's what she said, yes. But I would not listen. I was angry to be made to choose in this fashion. I told her that I did not always know what it meant to be a man of Rohan. But our adventures together taught me much of the matter, and I wanted to serve my king as I should. There were more words, and they were a bit hurtful. I made to leave, and Noma told me that if I rode to war with Theoden, I would die before the halls of the White City. How can you know that? I asked her. But before she answered, I knew the answer. Hildegard, the soothsayer, spoke to Nona of my death. Nona believed it, though I do not... Actually, I was there, and... Yeah, it sounded like she was seeing something. Yes, well, but that was not her final attack in any case, Pineleaf. And this last strike was to be the most deadly, though it also proved decisive in the matter. Nona said to me that she was with child. Hildegard had told her this, but Nona did not need the words of the soothsayer to believe it. I believed it too. You two were busy, huh? The air is still and cold, and the silence stretched between us. I was torn between two duties: service to the woman of my heart and the child of our love would bring forth, and to Theoden, the king of my homeland. And that is when I realized that they were not different at all. If Rohan is consumed by war and falls to the enemy's hordes, it will not matter where Nona and I and our child might prepare for the last stand. We will be alone. Together, but alone. And the enemy will have us. But if Theoden defies the forces of Mordor and finds victory, then there might be peace. Only then will there be safety for the woman I love, and for the child of our love is bringing forth. Only then. She thinks I chose to ride for Theoden to seek glory, or for honor, but neither of those is the reason. I ride for Rona for my Dunlending wife, and for my Dunlending child, and they may be safe from the evils of Mordor. It was the most difficult decision I have ever had to make, Pineleaf, and it may have been the wrong one. But still, I have made it. It was the only thing I could have done. And if it is wrong and Hildegard is right, and I ride to my death in Gondor far from those I love, well, you have my permission to tell my old music guys Gleowini that he was right after all. Gleowini and I have been having a disagreement about what it means to fight. And do not tell him this, but I think I have been arguing mostly to convince myself, rather than him. I have cut a most impressive figure in doing so, I think. The very picture of a valiant man of Rohan. I seem to have convinced my father at any rate. Find Gleowini, if you will, if you would like to hear his side of the argument. It is good to see you again, Pineleaf. I wish that we meet again in happier circumstances, but there are few enough in these dark days. Stay well, my friend. Yes, stay well. And I will speak to Gleowini in the next episode of Pineleaf in Gondor.